We are now about to be live on the YouTubes. And man, it's coming up right now. And it's coming. It's about to be. It's there. We're on the YouTubes. And now we are live. And hello! What do I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire? I'm James Lott Jr. And this is the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight and recap for the week of January 11th through 15th, 2021. Say that 10 times fast. I'm glad to be here. I'm not crying. Allergies are hitting me, so my eyes are just like, whatever. And I'm wearing a shirt in honor of the 99th birthday of Betty White. She played Rose. Of course. And my two ladies are here, looking beautiful as ever. And I can't believe it. Sun-kissed and alabaster-skinned. Yeah. Emily Gouveia. And we have Amanda Russ. Hi, ladies.
Hi, guys.
We are here. We're here to talk about the Bold and Beautiful. And I'm going to, people are watching already. Hello, thanks for coming in. I want to get to the chat room, so make sure I see Ivan up. Hit that like button while you're here, of course. Thanks for making our Annika interview and counting over 1,000 views and counting. It's still counting.
So great.
So, yeah. So thank you guys for watching that interview. Annika, we want to thank her again for being on the show. We want to thank Eva Bassler for making it happen. And she gave us these cute tumblers from the Bold and Beautiful. Make sure you guys can see it. I'll post it online too for us. And we want to thank her for thanking us for the hard work that we do doing these shows and supporting. We support Bold and Beautiful. So I think they recognize that. So thank you, Bold and Beautiful, for that. Also, the church announcements, of course. I got to do those really quick. Earlier today was the Y&R Mini Spotlight. We talked a little bit about the crossover and what was going on there, and I'll talk about a little bit on this side too, what I think, what the fans think. That's already out there, so you go out there and watch that. Then also, right after this, what we got, Tammy?
We have Daytime Today with Candace Mack and moi. So make sure and tune in 1:30 PST. That's 4:30 EST for some daytime news. There's always a little something going on. So tune in.
Yeah, I like that. And we also want to thank you for watching our little minis we put out last week to try something new. They got some looks, so we thank you so much for watching the minis too. Yes. So we like that. We're going to give you some more Daytime Today. And then at 3 o'clock, our buddies over at Dish and Days, it'll be Tony Moore, Araceli, and Justin Lee Harold. Michael Madsen is still on leave with his family. And so they'll be over there talking about what happened on Days of Our Lives. A lot happened over there too. So we'll talk about that at 3 o'clock over on Dish and Days on their page. Support them. They always support us. We support them. We're sisters in channels. So we do. And then, of course, at our new time at 4 o'clock, like we did last week. So, folks, stop yelling at me. I made the announcement 20 times. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's the GH Report with Lucretia Lyon and possibly Frank Moran. He has been laid up trying to pass a kidney stone all week. So it's been very painful for him. And he said to me today, he said, it's the first days of feeling pain. He's going to try to come on the show. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed, see how he is. And that's at 4 o'clock, and a lot is happening at General Hospital.
Oh, my God.
Woo!
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
It's my favorite soap right now.
Oh, it is.
Besides this one. Of course.
Yeah.
Because they both are Bold and Beautiful and General Hospital, out of all the 4 soaps, have you scream at the TV 1 minute and happy the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you go 1 minute, you're going, yes, and then you're going, no. Both these soaps do this. They just me. I mean, the other 2 soaps will make me do this. These 2 soaps make me scream and holler, then they go, oh, at the same time. Anyway, thank you, Jen Turk. Thanks for coming back in. You're watching us live for the first time, and okay, I'm glad you're doing it. You like my shirt? Yes, of course. They like your haircut, Tammy. She got a haircut. I got a haircut. And Amanda worked her hair differently. And then tonight we have a big surprise kind of show at 6 p.m. Forever and a Day after show. We're doing a special at 6 p.m. with Candace Mack, Matthew Preston, and Darrell Anthony. And I'll be there directing it. I don't know what they're going to talk about. I don't know what they're going to see, but it's going to be very interesting. These are all great people who are hilarious. So we're very excited to see what they're going to talk about. Probably the new season that's coming out February 1st of Forever and a Day, a season which me and Tammy make appearances on next season. I'm in the finale. I don't know what episode you're in, Tammy.
I don't know what the episode number is.
Okay, so I'm in the finale. But I play myself. So I get to play that, but they're going to talk about something. So we'll see what happens then. And then the end of the evening, I know it's like 10,000 shows today. At the end of the evening, Me and my friend, according to Woods, who's from Inglewood like I am, went to the same high school, but I'm way older. We're going to sit down and talk on Extra Connections Live. We're going to connect about life, love, and Inglewood. So join us at 8 o'clock live as we talk about that. 2 generations talking about life in the hood. So that's the whole day.
Life, love in Inglewood? Is that what you said?
I said and Inglewood.
And Inglewood. So that's the name of a reality show right there.
It is. Yeah. It totally is.
Sure.
Tammy, don't get me started, Tammy. You know,
I'm telling you, that's a reality show.
Love and Life in Inglewood.
Don't start. Don't. You know, you guys say this, all of a sudden I'm like putting my gears going. I'm like, and that's it, kids. And that's it. Tammy, you guys know what happens when they do it to me. Amanda does look amazing in the purple. Yes, Kenneth.
Oh, thank you.
Sub Sunday. Okay, so when we get started, I want to mention first a great guy actually died. He's kind of crazy, but in terms of music, the Wall of Sound, the whole thing he created in the 60s. Phil Spector died at 81.
Oh, wow.
Causes just like an hour ago. He's a little crazy.
Yeah, but you know.
Little cuckoo. But genius when it came to all those, all the Ronettes, all that stuff, just back, the Tina Turner doing River Deep Mountain High, my favorite. The Wall of Sound was very, very popular and good. I liked much of that stuff. So rest in peace to him and his family. We're going to start off just really quick because I talked about it a little bit on the Y&R show. There's a 2-week crossover, and a lot of fans were disappointed. And I said, and I'll say there what I said to them. First of all, crossovers take a lot of work. The shows have their own schedules. They have to do just the regular stuff. To add this in, they have to make sure they coordinate it correctly, that the writers are coordinated, that the actors are playing the right, they do all this stuff. So with all that said, I was disappointed too. It was fun seeing Wyatt on Y&R. It was fun seeing the restaurant from Bold and Beautiful on Y&R on Friday. It was kind of cute to see it. Did you both see any of those scenes?
I haven't. It's recorded. I haven't seen them yet.
Okay, so Amanda, what did you think of? Do you think it was plausible? I thought it was very plausible how they set it up with what Summer is doing. So
oh yeah, because she wants the dirt. She wants the tea. She's like, I'm gonna make this deal. It's good for my company. It's good for my company, but I'm really going to get the dirt. Okay.
That's totally what it was. Everybody agreed it was kind of funny. That part was funny. She was like, so Sally Spector says hello. And Wyatt's face was like ashen all of a sudden. It was like, It was so realistic. Like, because he doesn't know what happened to her. He just knows she left, but he'll know what she's doing. And the way that Summer kind of just, little pieces, kind of like a mouse, she was a cheese, I guess, trying to get a mouse. But she was like giving little things out. And it was, Il Giardino, thank you. I forgot the name of the restaurant. Thank you.
Yeah. She was trying to pull it out of him. She was like, well, she's in town. She seems okay. What do you think?
He didn't give it up. He did not get up yet. So, but it was just it was fun to see that kind of interaction. And Kyle taking pictures of it all in sunny LA, which would make sense when you come from the cold. Your first thing is all pictures when you go surfing and all that stuff. So that was kind of fun. It's a good setup. So she's going to try to do this little deal with Spencer Publications, but also get what she can out of them. So it should be very, very easy. It was like Simone Francis already saying, I'm excited, but Sally has not done anything this summer. She hasn't done anything this summer, but summer is summer. So she's Phyllis's daughter. What do you think? She's like trying to figure it out. And also, I have to say, I said this on the show, Summer had a beautiful bra on. When they first got to LA and they were in the hotel room, she took off her top. And this bra, they showcased the bra like 3 times. It was really pretty. It was nice soft blue. It was very nice. Like, go girl with that nice bra. I was like, oh, girl. I noticed it. I was like, I want one. No, I noticed it. I thought it was just so cute. I thought it was really cute. So I thought it was really cute. And I posed this question on Y&R. Phyllis, our girl Michelle Stafford, and Victoria kept talking about this CFO in Los Angeles they had to let go. Are they going to LA? Something going on there. They kept mentioning over and over again. So they made a big deal about that. She found that Phyllis found out. And like, you had that CFO in LA, the CFO go for embezzlement and blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to find a new person. I'm like, aren't they going to LA next week too? So I guess maybe next week will be the big week of all the stuff. Well, I guess we'll see. I was disappointed. It might be. So we're supposed to see Don Diamont and all of them this week. So we'll see. So we'll see how that goes. But I know crossovers are tough. You got to figure it all out. But it was cute the way he did. So yeah, Il Giordino. That's the name of the restaurant. I couldn't think of the restaurant, but it was kind of fun to see it. And I said this on the other show. Folks who don't know this. They're across the hall from each other. They both tape in Television City. That's why it's able to happen. That's why they're able to go back and forth. I was like, how do they do this? I'm like, they're actually in the same building. I've been on both sets. So
that's convenient.
It's very. They're near past Price is Right. They're in the stage where the old Carol Burnett show was. When you see it on the wall, it's a trip to see.
It's a lot of history.
A lot of history. Yeah. A lot of history there. If Summer gets dirt on Sally, it's only fair for Sally to get dirt on her. I wonder if it will be the Billy thing though. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So both shows are talking. So I just want to make sure I get that out the way first. Because you know the rest of the storyline this week. You know what it was. I mean, there was two. Yeah, two. So we'll start with the smaller of the two. We'll start with the small, because we all know what storyline we're going to talk about now. We have that one. We'll start with the smaller two. Zoe's getting on my nerves.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all I got to say. Good night, everybody. No.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I had to fast forward a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because she just keeps regurgitating the same nonsense. I don't understand why Paris isn't looking at her like.
I know. Why isn't she? I'm surprised she's not.
Like there were a few times where Paris was like, "What is your deal? Like, what is this?" And she's regurgitating like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
Because she can't say, like, she can't. No one understands because she can't say, "I don't want you here. I want both men and you're in the way." Okay? I want the cake. I want to eat it and I don't want to give you any.
That's right, girl. You tell them. She wait, kids. Here's the bell.
She can't say that.
She can't say that. Well, she kind of. Oh no, she kind of. No, but she kind of told Zende how she feels. Remember towards the end.
Zende finally, but she
finally.
I don't understand why Paris isn't making the connection, because if somebody's repeatedly acting and talking nonsense, like I would have made the connection. Like, wait a minute, you love Carter, you're with Carter. What? Oh my God, do you have feelings for Zende? Like, why hasn't that happened?
They say, go ahead.
She doesn't, even her explanations are not really that great, but I think there's some underlying thing also of like, maybe she used to always want to hang out with her when they were younger. And she's like, no, these are my friends. Cause she kept saying, oh, you're starting again. These are my friends. And I'm like, okay.
So in a way, okay, so I will defend that part. I'll defend a little bit because you feel like you have your own space. Do you want your siblings? Depends on how close you are to your siblings or whatever. Do you want them in your space at your job? I wouldn't work with my brother. I love my brother or whatever, but I won't work with him. I'm like, fuck that shit. I mean excuse me. We'll bleep that out later or something. I'm like, But I get that part kind of. I get the point of like maybe you don't want your family on top of you at your job. I mean, it does make a difference. But this is way over the top, and it's a whole different, like you said, it's a whole different division. They're not working together as designers or anything. They're not working in PR. I mean, they're not really together. And it's a family business, so family works there. It would fit right in.
Yeah, I think when Paris first got into town, Zoe was really happy. I think they have a close relationship, and Zoe's been busy Paris has been busy doing her own thing for a long time. And I don't think this would be an issue if Zende weren't the issue.
I know. She's being so mean too.
Mean girl.
Like just really mean about it. Like I'm forbidding you to take that job. Excuse me. That's all you had to say. I'm taking that job now, even if I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly. That was just terrible. Amanda, you and me were like, oh, really? Okay, yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rich.
They go, Zoe, Team Paris. Zoe came on the show as a crazy stalker. That old mask is starting to show again. Someone else said Zoe's comeuppance is coming. Simone Francois and Shonda said, I was finally happy when Paris told her, I'm not leaving. Worry about your own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love you, but back off, girl. Really.
She did say, Paris said, you seem jealous. Like, you're acting jealous. Like, why? And she didn't know what to say. She's like, be serious.
Like,
I will say that both Zoe and Hope, I've been loving their dresses.
Okay.
Yeah, Zoe in particular, they're taking some chances. Like that last outfit that had the kind of, it was a dress with all this, pattern here, but this was white, and then it had those those huge brooch.
Oh yeah.
That could have gone very wrong.
Yeah.
Very wrong. But on Zoe, it looks amazing. So kudos, Golden Girl.
I've read differently.
At a fashion house.
I've read differently. So I've read people hated their outfits this week. So I took it as they work in a fashion house.
Yeah.
They're going to take chances. So I'm trying to not discount people's fears. You're right. It's not like something, obviously. But I'm thinking, think fashion house. Mm-hmm. Think fashion forward. Think, because like we said, Annika's, she plays Hope. It's more bohemian chic, boho chic. Zoe does take a lot of chances. I mean, yeah, it doesn't always work, but she does take a lot of chances. But I've been seeing a lot of folks saying they hated their outfits this week.
Oh, I love her.
So I don't know. So I'm on Tammy's side of kind of like, remember, it's a fashion house. They're taking chances. See, for me, I grew up in the 70s, so a lot of stuff looks like 70s. I mean, I didn't mind the 70s fashion. So I don't know. I like chance taking. These are beautiful women. So they can do it.
The black and white polka dot dress that she had.
Yeah, with the little tie.
Really wrong, but Kiara is what, 5'10"?
Yeah, she's tiny.
In real life, so you can get away with that.
Yeah, that's a good point. When you're shorter, there's certain things you can't get away with. Yeah.
For sure.
What?
Amanda, how tall are you?
5'2".
Yeah, I'm 5'3". Like you and I would look like Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way in hell we could carry that off.
I'm 6 feet. I can carry it
off. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I can carry it off. No. But yeah. So yeah, it depends on sometimes you have to have legs or it's a long torso. It depends on what the outfit is.
Yeah.
It calls for. So yeah. So that was kind of a. But Paris and Zende, they kissed so early in the week. So they kissed.
Well, she kissed him.
He didn't pull away. It's like he was upset. He's a man. He liked it.
Kissed her back.
Mm-hmm. He liked it.
He did.
He did. Like he was flattered. He liked it. He's a man. They do. We're not complicated. What does that mean? I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm wondering if now he is having feelings for Paris. Is that why? I was kind of surprised that Zoe gave him another chance. Like, hey, dude, I like you. Like, I don't even care about Carter right now. Okay, I like you. And she gave him another chance, and he was like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Not gonna do it.
Well, I think she gave him another chance because Carter's like, let's set a date. And now she continues to be backed up in a corner.
Yeah.
Like, first, let's move in together, closer to the corner. Will you marry me? Closer to the corner.
Yeah.
The date. Closer to the corner. She's like, oh. So,
I know. It's like, just say something. Like, tell him I can't do it. Say, I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Can you imagine? Okay. Like, oh, she's making Carter look dumb. I don't like it.
And that's what fans have been saying. They're like, we don't appreciate Carter being made to look like a fool.
No.
But like you said, he was on the show. He said it. I mean, that's your man, Amanda. He said to you, he don't know nothing. He's going along thinking everything. I mean, so we see it, of course. So right now he has if it does go south, he's gonna have some good scenes then. He's gonna have some good scenes.
I think he don't want to see it. I think there's red flags going off, but he is so into her that he doesn't want to see them. That's my opinion. Because he's not dumb. He's not a dumb guy.
Michelle D said, I really wanted Carter to hear, or basically overhear, Zoe talking to Zende.
Totally thought that was going to happen.
It happened. I
So
was shocked.
Bambi surprised me there. I thought he was going to be, he was going to be able to overhear the conversation from his office 2 stories up.
Totally. I don't think, but he didn't walk down there to give a letter to somebody. So I mean, nothing happened. It was like, I was shocked too, because that's usually the one of the tropes they do. They didn't do that this time. Shauna agrees with Amanda. Okay. Be a grown woman and admit you aren't ready to get married.
Right.
Carter.
Carter.
To
You know,
Carter.
it's called a Carter. Yes.
Zende said, yes, I want to see where this goes. And it led to a ring. Zoe would be all into it. Do you think it's really because of this chemistry, or do you think it's more the Forrester name? I think it's more the Forrester name.
Yes, it's because he's a Forrester. Hello.
He had the audacity to say to Paris, you just want to be here because of the glitz and the glamour. And Paris is like, whoa, wait a minute. I couldn't believe she said that to her.
Oh, and the best part was when Paris said, why do you always say it like that? Because every time she goes, I'm engaged to Carter, the COO of Forrester, every time. And she goes, why do you say that like that every time? And I'm like, yeah, why? Why, Zoe? Why?
Everybody's laughing at each other. I think it might be a combination of both. What he represents. They each represent something, but both of them are hot. They each represent something. So Carr represents, goodness and wholeness and promise of a great future. He would be devoted to her. Zende represents excitement and the Forrester name, what that brings with it also. But he could be a life for her too. I think she sees both. I think she literally sees both.
I clearly remember Zoe saying, this was a while ago, that when she was engaged to Thomas, that was the last chance she would ever have to be part of the Forrester family.
Oh, yeah.
And you could see how disappointed and bummed she was about that. So Zende is her, okay, this is my second chance.
Yeah, because she wasn't like, oh, I'm so heartbroken. She was like, oh, I was that close to being a Forrester, that close. I was like, is no one hear this? What is happening?
You know what? If I had a Forrester, I'd be that close. I'd be upset too. I get it, girlfriend. It's hard out there. In LA. Not easy.
To Shonda's point, do you guys see chemistry between Zende and Zoe? Because Shonda's all like, what chemistry?
I don't. What's funny is I see a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do a little bit.
I do a little bit.
As much as with Carter.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you on that one. I do. I almost wish they had some of the. I wish Xander was still there. I wish some of her exes were still there. I saw much more chemistry with them than with these two. But I see it.
You better watch out, James.
Giggle, come get me.
She's a stalker.
The stalker, come get me, girl. Come get me. I'm just going to go down to 405 and come get me. That's right, girl. Come find me. Yeah, so I don't know. So anyway. But that's that storyline. I guess we're going to see what happens as they continue their dance back and forth. That little foursomes going on.
But really quick, so you think Zende is not caving? Do you think he has feelings for her and he's not acting on them because he's friends with Carter?
Yes.
Or
yeah.
That's the only reason. You really think he has feelings for Zoe?
Well, I think he likes her. I think he's intrigued by her and likes her. I think he's attracted to her. I don't know how deep that goes, but I think he's attracted to her, definitely. They were connecting in the beginning. They were connecting.
She sang a song for him on her guitar. Like, that's the
which made him, again, it's a man. It made him easy. Men, we're easy. We're not complicated. We're not. So you guys want to insight to men? We're easy. Feed us, sing us a song, look our direction. No matter. We're happy. Ask any man out there, they'll tell you. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's because of his name. She's going to marry Thomas, who is crazy over Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I see it that simple. I don't know, but maybe she is. I mean, maybe her true colors are going to come out. I don't know. I don't know if I see it that simple. But.
James.
I just know.
She hid a baby from its mother. Is that not true colors? I
feel like maybe it's for good reason, because those parents can't handle each other. Period. These poor children. They ain't thinking about poor baby Beth and everybody and killing anybody while they're doing their shenanigans, which leads to that story. That's the other big story, folks. I don't even know why I have notes, because I know everything that happened. It was all crazy talk. It was all the two conversations at first, because later on it was like the first. It was almost like musical chairs. It was like there's an old movie called Bob and Ted and Carol and Alice. Like I felt like that. So it was like we had the first two over here and these two over here. Then they swapped partners. Well, kind of. And then one went to Thomas. And so it's like and then we had Stephanie. It was like musical chairs. It's like it should have been a play. It should have been a chess play. How it was. So the beginning half of this was the two couples, and them taking 2.5 days to tell each other what really happened. All this. Well, about 3 days. The whole tomfoolery that they slept together. And someone's pregnant. I have to say, I'll start this off with the Annika and Scott Clifton. Amazing performances.
Yes.
Amazing performances. I was looking at Scott Clifton going, God bless America. If this is not your Emmy reel right here. And then Annika, when her voice got deep, her voice, she went a few octaves lower, that'll be later. Lower, when she realized it was Steph, when she really realized it was Steffi, and that the first time, and then when she realized she was pregnant, and it was like it was a chance. I mean, oh my, yeah, her fist came up. It was like, Annika's just, we praise her all the time, but she was so, oh my goodness, she was so, her whole body was into the performance. So I'll let you guys go ahead and go from there. I'll start with that.
I thought it was amazing. I thought she was amazing. And I loved she was silent and you could still see, like you just knew what was going on in her head because she's silent. And he's like, say something, Hope. And she goes, what do you want me to say? And I was like, oh, he broke Hope. I was like, he broke.
Yeah, she was pissed. I mean, like, what could she say? Like, what was she saying? What, Liam? What is she gonna say to you? What you want to say?
He wants her to say, "Oh, it's okay. It was an accident."
I just fell into her. Yes, back to our old thing. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I thought it was she was wonderful. Tammy,
I want to thank the Bold and the Beautiful writers for fulfilling a fantasy that I personally have, and that I'm going to speak for the majority of women, and just of men and women who are in relationships and their partner has done them wrong. And I don't know if I've ever seen this in daytime. And I've never seen it in my lifetime personally.
Thank God. Well, thank God.
Where Liam groveled
on his knees,
was crying and pleading, please, and then on his knees. I was like, yes. Give me a cigarette. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Like, no, you better get on your knees.
No, I don't forgive you, you slime ball. But I have broken you and it feels amazing. Hope's not like that though.
No.
She loves him.
I wish, but no.
And she said that several times. She goes, I love you so much. She wanted to forgive him for the indiscretion. But when she said, because like Simone Francois said, the Hope Liam scenes to show me how manipulative Liam is. He secured Hope's forgiveness for bringing up the baby. I think when she said after the baby thing came, she goes, it would hurt if it was someone else. Yeah, it would hurt. But it's Steffi. And that line right there just like resonated everything to me. Like, that's what it is.
Well, it goes that same, Ridge thinking there's something going on with Brooke and Bill. If it had been anybody else, he could have dealt with it, but it was Bill.
Right.
Yeah.
Liam was like, if it had been anybody else, but it was Thomas.
Yeah.
But it was Steffi.
I wrote down this line because I just found my paper. I did write this line. The problem is you forgot who I was.
Yep.
I would have never slept with Thomas. You forgot who you forgot who I was. Everybody thinks about this whole thing about they could be cheating, blah, blah, blah. I don't trust Thomas. Well, they clearly don't trust her either. Like, you can't leave her out of the equation. And when she said, you forgot who I was, I was like, there you go right there.
Yeah. And she said, you lost faith in us because you decided right then in that moment, I'm done. I'm going to Steffi. She was like, that's what you want. That's what you want. You want Steffi? Is that what you want? And he's like, no, it's not.
And she said, she was like, why do you always go to Steffi? And I remember I said that like 3 or 4 shows ago. Find a friend. Go to a guy friend. I'm like, go to your brother. Like, why don't you go to, I said that on this show, why doesn't he go to Wyatt or to his dad or somebody that's of his peers? Why is it always Steffi?
Listen, Finn said it all.
Oh, that's next.
Between the two of them. And, people were begging on Finn, like when Steffi revealed everything, they're like, why is he so stoic? Like, he's not showing any emotion. And someone on Twitter said, you guys have forgotten what a real man in real life would react like.
Yep. I retweeted that.
Right?
Because that's what it said. Yeah.
And they would be like, I'm not going to show any feeling. I'm not going to, like, that was so realistic. So kudos to what's the actor's name? Who plays Finn?
Novak. What is his first name?
Novak.
I'm so happy for him because his growth as an actor on the show has been like leaps and bounds.
Oh, that was my favorite scenes.
And he's the one that said, when you thought you saw Hope and Thomas kissing, why didn't you just end like any other normal man enter the room and say, get your hands off of my wife?
Exactly.
But instead you ran off. Your ego was hurt. And that's why you went to Steffi, because Steffi is always going to be there for you to stroke it. It was amazing.
It was. And he told him, he read him. He said, okay, this will end, period. He said it will. And Liam's like, that ain't your decision. That is not your decision. And Finn goes, I'm going to tell you right now, if that baby's mine, it ends now. Your relationship with Steffi will change. Do you understand me? I was like, yes.
That picture will go.
Well, that picture got mentioned many times, right? The fans were laughing because that picture was mentioned throughout the conversation. So I want to go back. His name is Tanner Novlin.
Yeah. Tanner, you are friggin' rocking it. More power to you, dude. You are amazing.
Maybe we can get him on the show, James.
I'll try. I'll try. Get him on the show. I'll ask you when you get on the show. He's new, so she always likes to put the new people. He didn't forget. He was just looking for an excuse to go to Steffi and see Finn. But before I get to Finn, I just want to go back to Steffi and Finn. That was interesting because their conversation was more like when he said, well, we're not married or engaged. So their relationship was very different. Liam broke marriage vows in a family. These two are just, they love each other and they're getting into them. They're not bound together by kids or wedding ring or anything. So it's a very different story. So he was quicker to forgive this one indiscretion. I thought, should he be a little mad? He was mad. He was shocked when he found out. He was shocked. You saw his face go like really wide-eyed. But it's kind of like
this with Liam for years. This triangle has been going on for years. Poor little Finn. This is his first go around with it. So there's a lot more room for him to, like you said, James, forgive and try to move on from this. But Hope, different story.
Yeah, it's a different story. But he was like, okay, I mean, let's see if we can work this out. What does this mean for us? Work this out. When he mentioned the baby, you see how happy he got?
Yeah.
He got so happy.
For like a second, he forgot that it could be Liam's. For like a split second, he forgot. And I was like, "Aw."
I know. He was so like, oh my God. We're having a baby. Like he was, you could tell he goes to be a great father and all this stuff. And then it hit him. Oh, there's a chance. I wish they didn't write the storyline. I wish they didn't write the pregnancy. I thought for sure they were not going to. I wish they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't like this kind of
They had her walking around with purses, books, briefcases,
flowers. I love that. I love that. I just think I was like this kind of story. Who's the daddy and all this stuff. I mean, it's just. I mean, there's so many kids already. I'm like, they really are literally following the footsteps of the three before them: Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke. They're literally creating families for Liam, and he did for Ridge. This family over here.
Let it be Finn's, please, God.
Please.
I hope so too.
Please.
God, writer, please.
I almost lost my mind. Okay, I have one more hope. Okay, sorry for the pun, but I have one more hope. Okay, one little shred. Maybe they thought we have to do something huge, like to really sever the bond between Steffy and Liam and get the photo off the wall. It has to be something big. Well, if she's pregnant with Finn's baby, that's big. Like they might get married. That photo's coming down. Like it would be like, now we're equal, buddy. Okay. We'll bring you your daughter whenever it's your weekend. Okay. Other than that, you don't need to be here, Liam. Right? That would be like, okay, a break. I'm hoping that's what it is. Please, B&B.
And I'm glad Finn, like if people were looking for him to show emotion and reaction and being pissed off, I'm glad it was to Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a really, I always love those, man to man conversations.
Me too.
Right? And Finn just really stepped into that role of, in his brain, Steffy and I have decided to fight for our relationship. So here's the first step. Liam, come here. Right. I have something to say to you. That was really great. And Liam, he didn't have anything to say. There was nothing for him to say.
No, he just kept, no, that's not true. I'm not like that. No, no. Okay. That's your pattern. And then he was like, what was he going to say? It's true. And the convo, I think Finn was hurt. Like when he was talking to Steffy, he was mad, but his initial feeling was hurt. And like, I'm confused because you said this. Now I'm confused. And I think the anger came, like Tammy said, the anger came a little bit later after the shock wore off. And he's like, okay, now I'm going to go get Liam. Like Steffi's vulnerable is what everyone always says. She's vulnerable to Liam because it's an abusive relationship. Let's be serious. It is. She cannot tell him no.
She still loves him. She does.
Yeah.
Parv will always love him, and in a way that's probably unhealthy.
But I love too how with all of these conversations, Hope and Liam and Steffy, everyone slept together. Finn is the only one that said, you had sex.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different tone.
Yeah.
It's like, woo. Like, thank you for putting it into more gritty language.
Because Liam dances around it. Mm-hmm. He never actually said it. Hope said it. Remember? He never actually said the words. She said, oh, you're not saying what I think you're saying. Steffi, you know? And I'm like, he can't even tell a story right. Like, what is wrong with him?
I think.
You know what else was good?
Oh, tell us.
The convo between Hope and Steffi. Because I had to pause it. I paused it and I was like, Joe. And he was like, what? I said, Hope just called Steffi a slut. She literally just called her a slut. I was like, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was okay. So before we get that, I'd say let's mention they trotted Brooke out for a second. Make sure I mention that one. Like, what's wrong, honey? And that what I wrote this down too. That coffee cup was huge. It was like it was like as tall as this. This is a regular size cup, folks. That thing was like this big. It was that tall. And she was like, I gotta do what I gotta do. But she didn't say it like that. But she was kind of like, I have to, whatever works or something like that. I was like, okay, girl, she needs that coffee. I guess so. It was a huge cup. When Brooke said that cup was big, I was like, that is a huge cup of coffee. They weren't kidding.
You got something in that coffee?
I know. I had to chuckle for a minute when she said, I was like, okay, girl, she's drinking. She's upset. But she didn't tell Brooke what was going on. She didn't say nothing.
You want her to?
She normally does.
She normally does. I'm saying she normally does.
I really wanted her to say something because I wanted Mama Brooke to just.
Oh, I know.
Like, I cannot wait for that moment.
Oh, she finds out, but see, and here's the thing. There's good old Thomas back at work. We saw Vinny. Came back. The pills that fell out.
Amanda's really good at picking up on that, on storylines. So the pills fall out of his pocket, Amanda. What is that insinuating?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, wait a minute. At first I thought they were going to roll under the desk and then Steffi was going to find them. But he just picked them up and put them back in his pocket.
But I don't think she'd do anything if she's pregnant.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But the thing is, Thomas saw the pills.
Did he see them?
Oh, yeah, no, he saw them. He showed him look at them. But like you said, it was so quick. But you said it was so quick. It was like he just picked them up, put it back. He was on the phone. It was just really quick. But see, I tell you, I always get those little things. I say when Thomas first hit his head the first time, like they did it for a reason. When he was outside the office, it's like a throwaway scene. I go, that's for something else. So I think they're doing it again. That's not a throwaway scene. There's something going to happen.
You know what? Maybe Thomas is going to have bad headaches still. And then he's going to say, hey, I need some medicine. And then he's going to get addicted.
Maybe. I would.
Maybe Hope's going to get addicted.
Ooh.
I told you, Liam broke her.
Ooh.
But I don't know.
They recycle storylines. They do. That's not far fetched.
I mean, if losing a baby didn't break her enough to start taking pills, like that would be pretty sick if Liam was the reason she gets addicted. Like, really?
Well, Liam representing everything they've been through, and now this. Sometimes it takes the smallest straw.
Yeah, that's true.
That people think it's this big thing. It could be something like that's the beginning of the breakdown. Slow, but it's something happens like you drop these all over the floor, and obviously you're like, I got that. I watch Snapped on Women's Chat Network. People snap over the craziest stuff. They snap over something you didn't put the toilet seat down. They snap in 25 years. Like it's kind of. I mean, I'm just saying it could be a possibility that this finally does. So she's just like, I'm so because where does she go from here? Like literally, where does she go from here? What if they make Steffi pregnant with Liam's child? How is Hope going to deal with that? Tell me, folks. How?
I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah. I will lose it.
I'm just telling you. What is she going to do?
Well, let me ask the question. Okay?
yeah, ask the question, girl.
In y'all's opinion, did you think Steffi was being too, like, cavalier about it? Because I would have been like, give me a mannequin arm. Give me a mannequin arm. I would have slapped her right in the face with that mannequin arm. Because
she was like, say anything.
No, Coach, no.
What's Steffi going to say? She was wrong.
Here's what this was a subtext Steffi was giving to Hope.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was the entire subtext. She was not apologetic. She wasn't, she's enjoying this.
She gave 0 Fs, they say.
Because I would have been crying, and I would have been like, if I truly was sorry, I would have been like, I'm so sorry. Like, I want Finn. I messed up. I'm so sorry. Like, I would have been like devastated by what I did. But she walked in there like, sorry, Hope. Sorry. Like, he came to my house. We drank. Sorry. I was like, girl, Hope's going to flip the table or something. She just was not very like, sorry. And I loved when Hope said, that's what you wanted, huh? You wanted Liam again, right? Right? That's good. Good job. Good job. And then she said, I think you are what my mother used to call your mother. And I was like, a slut.
I'm not going to stoop that low.
Right.
And say, but we both know. I mean, she called her a homewrecker. And Steffi
said, see, one of the famous things about Shane is, I don't have to tell you you're a slut. You know you're a slut. That's Shane. I infer you're a slut.
Yeah.
I don't have to say the words because you and I both know you're a slut. So that's what I love about that. That was very modern conversation. The old days we would have called each other sluts and bitches and everything like that. This I kind of liked. It was kind of like, no, I don't even say that. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are. You know.
She's like, you know exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly. You're not dumb. You're not dumb, girl. You're CEO. You know what's going on, bitch. Yeah, you stepped in my man. That's what happened, and you know you're a slut. Because my thing is, again, it's like everybody's putting Steffi like off the responsibility. Kind of. It's kind of like that Liam did start it, but it takes two to have sex.
Yeah, that's so annoying. They always do that. Like, oh, it's not her fault. Bill took advantage of her. Oh, Liam did it. What? Was she unconscious? Was she not there? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean?
Now, a lot of folks in the chat room, and I've seen online, and I laugh at this because it is just the nature of a soap. They're all saying, well, Hope was a homewrecker too, and Hope did this, and they're all musical chairs. It's all musical chairs. But I always say this on everything. 10 wrongs don't make a right. It don't matter if she had done this and did this, and they used to was, and all that don't matter. It's still, if you go by this situation, it's just wrong all around. It was unnecessary. It didn't have to happen. And that's what Hope was trying to kind of say. This did not have to happen. And Finn was the voice of the fans, right? Finn was just like, you guys all were wrong in this. Like, you guys, you were wrong. You know what you were doing. Michelle D, let's see, they bring it up. Didn't Hope get pregnant while Liam was still married to Steffi also? I feel like it's not just Liam, first of all, just to get that out the way. It's not just him. Yeah, everybody's involved. But in this situation, 2 wrongs still make a right? It's still wrong.
And really, at the end of the day, come on, guys, Liam has no spine. So it was Steffi's responsibility to say, get your butt out of my house and to your wife and talk this out.
Right. I'm in love with Finn. That's all she had to say. I'm in love with Finn. Go home. Go to the office. I don't care where you go. Go to Wyatt's. I don't care. Just get out of here before I get in trouble. So, I was very disappointed in these two, especially.
Right, give me a second. This is live TV. Somebody's knocking at my door. Be right back. It's just you talking.
It's
what also I want to say is very important. Hope and Liam did cheat. Okay. Right? So it's like, okay.
When did Hope cheat?
Remember they got caught in the dressing room kissing when Steffi was pregnant?
Yeah, I do.
And then Steffi caught him. So, yeah, okay, she has revenge. All right. But here's a big, important thing. Hope has never cheated on Liam.
Exactly. So they kissed back then. I mean, and even Finn said that, because Steffi's first confession for part 1 of the confession was Liam and I kissed.
Yeah.
And Finn was all, okay, I don't like that, but
I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's what happened? And then it's like, well, no.
I know. I was like, just spit it out. And like, see what happened was, I'm like, just say it.
They had to drag it out. They had to drag it out for like 3 or 4 days. They had to drag it out.
Yeah, Hope's never cheated on him, ever.
Right. No, Hope has never cheated on him.
Folks, there you go. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're like, just change the locks. That's funny. But I love that picture. It's about that picture. Like, see that picture? And when he said, it's not even in Kelly's room, it's out here.
Hope said that too.
I know.
Hope said, "Oh, who are you fooling? You will not take that photo down." And did he ask you to? No. It should be in her room, is it? No. I was like, whoa.
If it's gonna be in Kelly's room, it should be in a little, 5x7 photo. It doesn't be this monumental, like, here's a little frame of your happy daddy and mommy back in the day.
There doesn't need to be a poster. Yeah. Okay.
I have no pictures. I have no pictures with the ex of my baby mothers and us living lovingly with each other above my children's place anywhere.
Yeah, there's that. It's like,
who does? That's weird. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, kids. So that's the storyline, basically. We keep going. This is going on forever. It's crazy. This show has been so must-see TV. It has been like this whole 2020 already, and last year, and when it came back from the pandemic. They're firing on all cylinders, making us all feel all kinds of things. It's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. There are things I wish they didn't do, but all the actors are up to the challenge. I mean, they're performing it. I mean, it's like, again, you could hate Liam, but Scott Clifton.
Oh, he's killing it. Killing it. His face acts, like everything, his body, he acts with his body, his face, his eye twitches. I can't wait to ask him about that. I mean, like, how do you remember all that?
I know.
Your body language and your eye twitch and then still remember all those lines? That's hard.
That's hard. He's really good. So it's just, again, you can hate his character, but we scream at it all the time. Yeah. But like Annika said, seeing his puppy dog eyes, like she just melts because it's like we know in real life he's super nice, but he's not Liam in real life. It must be tough to act. I mean, it must be a fun challenge and tough to act against that and just go, I forgive you. No, I can't forgive you. You're mean. You're bad. It must be very interesting. And she, like I said again, Annika kills it again. Her performance, just her body language, her voice. To me, it was her voice.
Yeah.
She raised her fist.
And her eyes and everything.
It's just like, woo.
And I love how now Hope and Finn are saying the same thing. Hope is saying to Steph and Finn is saying to Liam, I see the games you are playing. Mm-hmm. And it's done. We're done. We're done playing games here.
Yeah, like it's enough.
Because both Steffi and Liam were like, whatever.
Yeah, they were.
They were. It was a very interesting. It was a very interesting reveal. The way that all the characters played it was a very interesting reveal. How Steffi and how Finn and how they all played it. It was very Annika's killing it. Everybody wants Hope and Finn together. I don't see the chemistry between those two. I don't think that's the direction they're going. I think it'll be Hope and Thomas. They're going that direction. That's another story. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going. I think Steffi and Finn are going to work this out. That's what I think.
I hope so.
He's enamored with her. I think he's going to work it out.
And remember, there was that moment where Hope overheard Thomas and Vinny and Thomas saying, Hope deserves to be with somebody that it's all about her. She's the only woman in their life. And so.
Yeah. And he said, I don't think Liam's capable of that.
Yeah. It's true.
I know.
Well, ended on that because we had another show due after this, Tammy. So we ended on that. So again, our spirited discussion, continue it online. Let us Let us know what you think. I mean, whether you agree or disagree with this, I don't care. Tell us what you think. The storyline is bringing up a lot of stuff for people, which I think is a great thing. It means the writers doing their job. So please go ahead and tell us in there and on wherever you find this on YouTube at GLJ Media. It's on one of my pages, which is, make sure I get all the pages right. So on Instagram, it's the Bold Beautiful Universe. Go ahead and follow us there. On Twitter, which needs some more followers. I don't have a lot of followers on there. Bold Beautiful Universe. And of course, Facebook, Bold Beautiful Universe. Go ahead and follow us on all of those. And wherever you find this, go ahead and tell us what you think. We love the engagement. Thope is coming. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Right? We'll see what the writers decide to do. But we're happy to be here every Sunday. We're happy to be here. Amanda Russ, somebody can find you.
You can find me and Chelsea at the Bold and Beautiful podcast. And we're back now. I'm dropping 2 episodes back to back tonight. 2 episodes to get caught up. Good. So make sure y'all listen.
Good. And Miss Tammy Govea, somebody can find you.
So on Twitter at Tammy Govea and on Insta, Tammy.Govea. Please follow, like, and comment. Thank you.
And I love everybody in chat. You guys are so funny. I mean, like I said, we can look. You guys are. I will say this. I'm in some chat rooms and some shows, and they're really mean to each other. You guys are not mean. You guys are totally respectful. We have our debates. We talk. You don't scream at me. Somebody's chat will scream at me live on camera. They scream at me. You guys don't scream at me. So thank you for that. We can always not agree, and that's fine. It's totally fine. That's what the show's about. So I appreciate all of you in the chat room. I was making sure I say that every Sunday when you join us. I appreciate it every single Sunday. And I'm James Lott Jr. You can follow me where all James Lott Jr. is sold at James Lott Jr. on all the social media platforms, including TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. Everyone, please, this week, be very safe. We have an inauguration coming up, so please be very safe. Be on the alert. Just make sure you just know where your surroundings are. Be very careful and go in love.